Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The order of adjectives and sentences. It is extremely important for all English learners to know the order of adjectives and sentences. Without knowing the order of adjectives and sentences, you cannot write academic paragraphs and essays. Your whole sentence will be incorrect because of using adjectives incorrectly in a sentence. So sometimes we need to bring 2 or 3 adjectives in order to describe one noun or pronoun in a sentence. When it comes to the order of adjectives, we have 2 types of adjectives. How many types of adjectives? 2 types of adjectives. We have cumulative adjectives and we have coordinate adjectives. Cumulative and coordinate adjectives. But before I explain these 2 types of adjectives in the sentences, in these examples, I want to tell you this. In order to know how to use the list of adjectives correctly in your sentences, you must memorize this order. Because cumulative adjectives have to be used in a proper order. Okay? We cannot change the order of adjectives in this case. So now first comes quantity, then opinion, then appearance, and inside appearance we have size, we have age, we have shape or length, and we have condition and color. So all of these, categories or groups, this group is related to appearance, okay? Okay, short or long or tall or red or white, or these are all related to appearance, how someone looks or how something looks, okay? In origin or nationality, if we talk about people, in material, if we talk about things, okay? So Asian, American, Afghan, Pakistani, Iranian, Russian, African, for example, okay? So origin or nationality. And then we have material, we will talk about things like made of plastic, made of gold, like golden whey, the protein, golden whey, its name, right? So it's taken from gold. Golden ring, what kind of ring? Golden ring. So now there's no way. If you want to know how to use the order of adjectives correctly in your sentences, and you want to improve your writing skills, you have to memorize this list. Okay, so to you guys, you may take notes, and to the audience and fans on YouTube, you may just stop the video and try to write down this list of adjectives. And now I'm going to explain how to use them as cumulative adjectives and as coordinate adjectives. Pay close attention because it's very, very important. Look, you can take notes later on, okay, after we're done with the recording. Now look, cumulative adjective means that we bring all of our adjectives from one category, not from different categories. We bring all of them from one category. All of them are related, for example, opinion. All of them are related to appearance, or all of them are related to quantity. So when we bring them from one category, in that case, sorry, that is coordinate. So if it's coordinate, you bring them all from one category. But if you bring them from different categories, then cumulative. Now look, I saw 2 rich, big American guys. I saw 2 rich, big American guys. So now we have how many adjectives? 2, 1 adjective. Rich, another adjective. Big, another adjective. In American, so we have 4 adjectives. We cannot bring any changes in this list. Okay? Why? Because they are cumulative adjectives. Understood? Commas are not required. Commas are not necessary. So if we bring our adjectives from different categories, look, 2 comes from where? Quantity. Rich comes from opinion. Opinion about somebody, idea about somebody. Big comes from size. Okay? You see that? Yeah, it is appearance. Related to appearance, but size. Okay? Because again, we need this order as well. For example, you need to bring big and then old and then short. I mean, again, we need kind of order over here as well, okay? So now, big is related to appearance, okay? And inside appearance, it is size. And finally, American, it is related to origin or nationality. So we cannot change this order. If somebody says, I saw rich to big American guys, incorrect. If somebody writes it this way, I saw big rich to American guys, incorrect. If somebody writes this sentence this way, I saw two American rich big guys, incorrect. It doesn't even sound good. If you listen to the sentence, the whole sentence doesn't sound good, okay? So, in order to learn how to use your adjectives correctly, if you need to bring more than one adjective in a sentence, sometimes it happens, we need 2 or 3 adjectives in order to describe one noun. You need this order. So again, you have to memorize, the order. That's pretty easy. You just look at it a few times and say quantity comes first, opinion, appearance, and then origin or nationality, and then material. This order has to be somehow memorized. Understood? And then you need a lot of practice. Like on a piece of paper, write sentences. In your sentences, try to bring 2 or 3 or 4 adjectives which describe one noun, okay? So again, we want to talk about someone. We want to talk about a person or a thing. I have some cheap old wooden chairs. I have some cheap old wooden. So what is the first adjective? Some. So here, look, what comes first? Quantity. So some shows quantity. And according to this order, what comes second? Opinion. So cheap is an opinion about something. And what comes after that? Appearance. And appearance here, age. Okay? So age comes after, opinion, right? Opinion is here and age is here, right? So, old. And then, look, material. Plastic, wood, gold, okay? So that comes at the end. Now, we cannot bring any changes in this list of adjectives. If somebody says, I have cheap some old wooden chairs, incorrect. If somebody says, I have old some cheap wooden, it doesn't even sound good in spoken English. Think about it. How important this is. Think about it. It's very important, right? Extremely important. And it's pretty easy. Just memorize this order here. What comes first, what comes second, what comes, okay? So, cumulative adjectives. When we bring more than one adjective to describe a noun, 2 or 3 adjectives, right? And they come from different categories. They do not come from the same category. Those adjectives are called cumulative adjectives, okay? And they must be used in a specific order in which there cannot be any changes. We cannot change that order, that specific order. Understood? Now, when it comes to coordinate adjectives, look, what is the difference? If you bring 2 or 3 adjectives, more than one adjective, in order to describe a noun or pronoun, okay, from the same category, like all of them are related to quantity. All of them are related to opinion. All of them are related to appearance. Or all of them are related to original nationality. In that case, you do not need this specific order, but you need commas. You separate these kind of adjectives with the commas. Look, poor, sleepy, hungry. All of these 3 adjectives are related to one category. And what is that category? Opinion. Okay? You see that? Okay? So now, they are related to one category. They are not brought from different categories. Okay? So they are called coordinate adjectives. And when we use them in sentences, we need commas in order to separate them. So, I saw a poor, sleepy, and hungry dog. Look, poor, comma, sleepy, comma, and hungry. So you can bring, comma before hungry, before the conjunction end as well. So 2 commas. But if you bring like 4 adjectives, then you need 3 commas. If you bring 5 adjectives, then you need 4 commas, okay? So there should be a comma between coordinate adjectives. Understood? Okay, so you can change the order. That's not important. You can say, I saw a poor sleeping hungry dog. You can say, I saw a sleepy poor and hungry dog. Or you can say, I saw a hungry poor and sleepy. So the order is changeable. It doesn't matter. Here you cannot change the order. They has to be in the same order according to this categorization. You see that? Here, okay? When we use cumulative adjectives, they must be in a specific order. We cannot bring any changes in this order. If we do bring any changes, that sentence will be incorrect according to the rules of writing, okay? That will not be a correct sentence. Understood? Or according to grammar, according to punctuation. So now, but here we do not need commas. No commas are necessary. You don't need any commas. And when you use coordinate adjectives, you need commas. So what is the difference? What's the difference? The adjectives here, when we call them cumulative adjectives, they come from different groups here. Okay? And these groups are in specific order. Understood? And the adjectives here are brought from one group, from one category. Okay? So there are different categories. If you bring like 3 adjectives from one category, then you do not need a specific order. Okay? You can change their order. Like here, poor comes awal. Poor comes first, right? And what comes? Sleepy comes first. And here, hungry comes first. Understood? No problem. No problem. You can change the order in this case, but you need commas. You separate them with commas. I hope this much is enough, okay? So, what is the difference between cumulative adjectives and coordinate adjectives? When we bring adjectives from different categories, those are called cumulative adjectives. Can we change the order? No, we cannot change the order. The adjectives have to be used in a specific order, according to the order over here, right? So when it happens, they are called cumulative adjectives, right? So now, 2 rich, big American guys. So now all of these 4 adjectives describe the noun guys. What kind of guys? First of all, there were 2, not 3, not 4. So the adjective 2 gives us the number of this noun. You see that? And rich, their opinion, I mean, they looked to be rich. They're wearing expensive clothes, or they came in a very expensive car, right? So rich. So this adjective gives us an idea that they had a lot of money. Okay? And then, were they small, or tall, or short, or big? They were big. Okay, so again, this adjective also gives us some more information about this noun guys, right? Okay, so about their appearance. This adjective tells us something about the appearance. And where were they from? Were they from Japan or China? No, they're from America. So American. 4 adjectives in one sentence in order to describe the noun guys. Okay? But the adjectives come from different categories, different groups. Therefore, the specific order is necessary. Okay? And the same thing with the next sentence. But here, again, poor, sleepy, and hungry dog. What kind of dog? So, the noun is dog, one noun, right? So, the dog was poor that I saw. And poor kind of like, you know, like not in a good condition, like it didn't have any owner, okay? Nobody was taking care of it, right? So in sleepy, it didn't have enough sleep last night, for example. So it was too sleepy and kind of dizzy, right? And then hungry, it looked to be hungry. So all of these adjectives come from one category, and that's what? Opinion. You see someone or something, and you give your opinion about that thing or person or place, right? Okay, so according to my opinion, that dog was kind of poor because it was a street dog. It didn't have any owner. And that was sleepy because of his condition. I understood that it was sleepy, and hungry as well because he was barking a lot. When a dog is hungry, it barks a lot. It was barking a lot. So now these 3 adjectives are used to describe one noun that is dog. But what do we call them? Coordinate adjectives. Okay? Since they come from one category, order is not necessary. You can change their positions. The adjective that comes first in your first sentence could be brought second, okay? And the adjective that comes third could be brought first, doesn't matter. You can change their positions in your sentence, right? It's not a problem, but you need commas between these kind of adjectives. I hope now it's a piece of cake after this explanation. And if you cannot eat it, I can't force you to eat it. Okay? Now it should be a piece of cake. You should know the difference between cumulative adjectives and coordinate adjectives after this explanation. Okay? Yeah. And dear friends and audience on YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed so far. I know maybe it's because of jealousy over here in our country. I see many people watch the videos. They take advantage of the lessons, but they don't subscribe to it. And usually Afghan, I mean our people over here. A lot of people from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and even European countries and African countries and American countries like Mexico and Spain. I mean European countries like Spain and Denmark and Switzerland and those countries and Korea and Taiwan and in those countries people subscribe to our channel. But our Afghans, especially, they watch the videos, but they don't subscribe to it. Why? Because God knows. So I hope all of you will subscribe to the channel in order to get more useful lessons in the future. Have a great time. Bye-bye.